Joining me now is the Sarasota Farmers Market Manager, Phil Pagano, with a look at what's in store with the Farmers Market. Lots of new things happening down there, Phil. Right?
Thank you, Nancy. Good to be here.
Thanks for being here.
But there's always something new at the Farmers Market.
Yeah.
You know, we're lucky to be part of the community. We've been there for 40 years. But there's always new things that, you know, we're putting out different programs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how long have you been with them?
I've been with the market about 14 years. Started out as a vendor, and then sort of volunteered doing some things around the market, and then sort of blossomed into management 12 years ago.
And I would like to mention who started our wonderful farmers market for us.
Well, obviously Paul Thorpe. You know, we miss Paul.
Mr. Downtown.
We miss Paul, but you know, it was a great thing that he started 40 years ago.
Absolutely, what a
and
visionary.
I always try to mention him whenever I can.
Yeah, well, thank you. Me too. Love the man. What are some of the programs that you have, Phil, at the market now?
Well, we have some kids programs now. More and more, we have some kids can do more art things and crafts, and we have programs with, you know, we distribute some food, any food that's left over, produce, we distribute to some different needy organizations.
Now, over the year, you donate over 15,000 pounds of produce, that's said on your website.
Correct.
That's a lot of help to our
community.
community.
A lot of the vendors, especially the produce vendors, who really give back to the community, you know, each week when they have, you know, leftover items or
Okay, now, I think you said you moved? Did the farmers market
we shifted.
Move? You shifted, okay.
We call it a shift because, you know, we don't want to confuse everybody about a move, but we shifted over, you know, south of Main Street on Lemon.
Yes.
You know, with this construction of the Mark, that's going to be very beautiful, by the way, when it's done. And the rebricking of Lemon. They're going to brick Lemon all the way down to Paul Thorpe Park.
Oh, how lovely.
So we've shifted over to First Street, and people can, you know, still find us coming down the north part of Lemon. The vendors are still there, and there's a little walk through, and there's plenty of vendors.
And now, how many vendors do you have currently?
We have about 80.
And that fluctuates a little bit, but normally, I mean, you're pretty full.
But you have to understand that because we have 80 vendors doesn't mean some vendors have multiple spaces. Let's take Browns Groves. They probably have 10 or 12 tents.
Oh my gosh.
So let's take Warden's Farm. They probably have 10 or 12 tents.
Yes. So it's
Kinsey's
huge.
Produce has 10 or 12 tents. So some vendors have multiple tents.
Okay. And the farmers market is always 7 a.m.
Year-round.
to 1?
Year-round, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. And how many people would you say over the course of a year attend the market, Phil?
Well, we did a foot traffic study a few years ago, and I was pretty shocked that we probably get 500,000 people a year.
Oh my gosh.
Just on Saturday mornings.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And the amount of revenue, would you say, not just goes to the farmers market, but I think it probably spreads to the community?
Well, we did a financial study, and we figured that we generate $60 million to the downtown, you know, whether it be merchants or people buying, you know, at the market. So that's a pretty good size impact.
Yeah, so the market is the draw, and then it helps the community as a whole.
Yes, it does.
Which is great. So thank you for all of that. Now, yes, talking about impact, what other impacts do you see the farmers market having on the community?
I think we have a healthy impact. You know, we're getting more and more young people that come to the market, you know, that are buying fresh produce. They're buying, you know, whether it be Sarah Fresh, you know, buying fresh.
What's Sarah Fresh?
Sarah Fresh does cold press vegetables into a drink. Very healthy.
Okay, I guess it's been a while since I've been there. I better check that out.
There's other healthy options at the market. So,
a lot of great food, but products, everything. I mean, there's nothing there that I can think of that you wouldn't go there and buy.
Well, even our artisans are good too. I mean, it's a nice blend of both, you know, like agricultural and artisans at our market.
Now, in addition to helping the community, what do you do for our nonprofits besides donating all of that food?
Well, one of my favorite things to do, and you know, we've known each other for a lot of years, is really helping out other non-for-profits. You know, we give them space, whether they're promoting, you know, an event they're having or regular. We have some on a regular basis. Second Chance, the Hearing Loss Society. So.
And they come and they do testing, right? The Hearing
Yes,
Loss
they do
Society?
testing. Yep, once a month. It's usually the last Saturday. So that's something that customers have really enjoyed.
Okay, anything else you'd like to add before we finish the segment today with you?
I'd just like to add that we have shifted over, and we'd
Yeah.
like to make sure that
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows, and people come down.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, and thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the nonprofit IT and Suncoast, so don't go far.